Alright guys, it's Doctor here, and I have some Operation Firestorm footage for you. I'm flying here with my gunner Lolbot, and this is actually pre-patch footage, so the rocket pods are a lot stronger than they are now. So if you see this gameplay and think like, yeah, this makes me feel like chopper whoring as a pilot, think once more, because you're gonna be disappointed at how weak rocket pods are right now. But I'll talk about that later. Now, first of all, I want to quickly excuse for not uploading something the last 3 days. Thing is just that sometimes I have these phases where I just don't feel like playing Battlefield, and right now I'm having one of them. I tried it up to 2 times every day, you know, play a little Battlefield, but the experience was most of all pretty frustrating and not really, it didn't really make me want to play anymore, so I kind of did not play a lot of Battlefield. So yeah, that's the reason why I did not. You know, if I don't play Battlefield, I also usually want to comment on Battlefield gameplay. I do enjoy making my videos, but if I don't enjoy the game at one point, I don't really do that so much. So, yeah. But just quick thing, I will not stop uploading Battlefield 3 gameplay. I have a lot of videos left to upload. Mostly, you know, AEK on Grandpa Zahar or Metro, but I hope you're still gonna enjoy if I have something interesting to talk about. So stay tuned. Besides that, I've been playing quite a few other games recently, and I'm just gonna mention one of those, which is Team Fortress 2. And you might have heard from it. It's like a PC game. I think you can get it on consoles too, but it sucks on console. And I absolutely love this game. I have been playing it a lot recently, and there is one big reason why. The first thing is, I don't give a shit. I don't give a jack shit in TF2. You can, if I go 5 and 27 as a medic, I don't really care. And, you know, if I, you know, just barely play positive as a scout, it doesn't matter. If our team gets our asses kicked, I don't really give a shit. So that's one of the things I love about Team Fortress 2, because in Battlefield 3 I'm always like, this is gonna drop my score per minute, this is gonna drop my KD, and it seems to me that sometimes the only fun I have at Battlefield 3 is when I do good, and that is just not right at times. But aside from that, I will come back to Battlefield and I will keep on uploading Battlefield 3 videos. But if one of you out there plays Team Fortress 2 and, you know, does that sometimes, you can send me a friend request on Steam. My name is doktorjack with K and Jack with CK. I'll have it in the description. Don't know if I can link my profile or something, but I will sure add you, of course have Skype, and maybe we can get some games going. Preferably play Spy. I used to hate it previously, but you know. Let's leave it aside. For those who have no idea what Team Fortress is, I am now going to talk about Battlefield 3. Isn't that just great? And today's topic is going to be pretty short, but I'm going to be talking about the attack helicopter rocket pods. And when I started playing Battlefield 3, I never really felt that helicopters were any attractive. Especially because I always saw myself as a pilot. And this has changed from Bad Company 2. In Bad Company 2 I was always gunner for people like my buddy Latin Soldier, who is a brilliant, he was a brilliant pilot in Bad Company 2. And we really enjoyed ourselves there. I wasn't a helicopter whore in Bad Company 2, I did enjoy it of course. But I always felt like I had the gunner role there. And being a gunner in Battlefield 3 is a cool thing. You get a shit ton of kills, you get a shit ton of points, and you overall are a credit to team. Now, in Battlefield 3 when it came out, rocket pods were terribly weak. I have to admit, they were really weak. I had to, you know, I hopped in a helicopter and I was like, how the fuck is he not dead after so many missiles? And I'm glad they didn't make it like in Bad Company 2 where the rocket pods were completely overkill. But right now it just feels that, it felt at that time that the chopper pilot really didn't have the power and therefore the motivation to play. And I understand that rocket pods are not meant to be used against infantry that much, and I understand for balance reason that they shouldn't be overpowered and as strong as they would be in real life, but yeah, they were just too weak. And what happened is DICE actually buffed them to the point which they were in this gameplay. They were actually strong. They were not strong enough in helicopter battles. That's the only thing where I could say they weren't too strong enough, because I still think that helicopter fights should not be decided by heat seekers. But aside from that, they were really strong, maybe too strong. That's from a point of a helicopter whore. I honestly think that at times the rocket pods were too strong. It's crazy to say that myself, but being able to drop a tank in just one strafe is kind of overpowered. So I understand that they gave him a nerf. And I also don't think it's, you know, unfair by any means. And I love for the game balance that it's, you know, that it's happened. But what they did is completely, they're just overdone. Rocket pods right now, after this, the latest patch, are terrible. It is hard to get a tank destroyed if you don't have a good gunner. Flying solo with a random gunner that you do not communicate with is basically impossible. You will not be successful. Taking out a tank that is using smoke and your gunner is using, you know, guided missile can actually be impossible if there's one guy sitting in a CTV station and two guys repairing him that use javelins. I had an occasion where I was, you know, just dropping shells into a standing tank that was getting repaired by two guys. I did about 4 strafes on him and he just would not die until I got killed by a javelin because there was still a guy sitting in a CTV station. So I do think that rocket pods need a buff, either against infantry or against tanks. Right now they are weak against air vehicles, tanks and infantry, and that is too much. And to me, in my opinion, I personally think that they should be really a lot stronger, especially against other helicopters, as it's going to make helicopter dogfights a lot more interesting. But given that you have a gunner that should be effective against infantry, I do not think they should get a buff against infantry players. This is exactly what DICE does, by the way. They're going to buff its damage against infantry and attack helicopters and also jets, any other air vehicles. And I really approve the buff against air vehicles, but the buff against infantry is not necessary in my opinion. I think it should be buffed against armor, because it's your primary role as an attack helicopter pilot. I'm not here to take out other infantry units. That's my gunner's work. I am here to take out tanks. However, right now, they just don't feel strong enough. And that is where I think they should be changed. So, I hope you enjoyed the video that I had here. And aside from that, of course, I'm completely happy with the way helicopters are right now. Beam scanning can be annoying at times if you don't have stealth on, but that's more of a jet problem because I always fly with stealth. And yeah, TV missile, of course. TV missile, just there should be done something about it because it's just uncontrollable. But yeah, aside from that, I'm pretty happy with what they did, and I honestly hope they're gonna give a good fix to the attack helicopters in the next patch, because I had 39 attack helicopter service stars when the patch came out, and I got this in a very, very short time. I played a lot of helicopter. Now, since that patch, I have not gotten a single attack helicopter star because I've been too frustrated to play, and I really enjoy flying, but in the way it's now, I just feel like it's not attractive for me as a pilot, and just not right, Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this kind of random commentary, and as I said, my Steam ID is in the description. If you play Team Fortress, go ahead and add me. If you don't play Team Fortress, you can also add me, but don't expect me to do to download other games just to play with you, because I'm an asshole and I just play the games I want to play from my own perspective. Anyway, as I said, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be back with another video soon, I hope. And it's probably going to be infantry again. And if you want me to, I can put up the rest of this gameplay here. It's a pretty good gameplay, but that's of course up to you. So, and always, of course, tell me your opinions about the attack helicopter nerf. I would love to hear about them. And yeah, that's been it for today. And I'm constantly trying to end this commentary, I know. And I finally will now. Have a nice evening, morning, whatever time it is, and I'll see you later.